So it's important to figure out, first of all, where we have come from before we think about where we're going to go. The last couple of years have seen a revolution happening where L&D teams and human capital teams and HR teams have been struggling with a landscape that is growing, a landscape full of software providers who are AI capable, sometimes have AI straplines, AI as part of their marketing, in a way that's difficult to differentiate between what a good solution looks like and what a solution that is just using a marketing term looks like. And over the last couple of years, we've seen lots of pilots and lots of small-scale implementations of some of this kind of software to try and move the needle in terms of efficiency for things that are really business as usual. So learning is looking at content, platforming, and data. HR is looking very similarly at the employee experience and how data can drive people and skills strategies. Now, as we move towards the next couple of years, as we see AI start to mature and move away from agentic solutions towards multi-agent solutions, we start to think about what human AI synergy looks like and how hierarchies of AI agents need to work synergistically with hierarchies of humans, the things we used to call the organizational structure. And part of that means that human capital practitioners, HROs, learning leaders need to be thinking more about the structure of their organization and how that structure in terms of task fit will enable humans to do the things that humans are really good at and enable AI to do the things that AI is really good at, and how these two elements, human and AI, will work in partnership to add value to their organizations. So the emerging trend, I think, is that we have something on the horizon that is tricky, that is going to be difficult for us all to grapple with, and that is the idea of workforce displacement. We have lots of roles in organizations that are currently being filled by people, but those roles themselves are not really adding value in the value chain of the business. Those roles could be automated. And we talk about freeing up people to do more creative things, to think about decision making, to think about critical skills, maybe engaging in relationship building with clients and with other parts of the business. All of these things are really good things, but this is a debate that we haven't really had. These are issues that we have not really tackled. And when we start to think about the future of work being something that is technology enabled, that is AI enabled, we're going to somehow have to deal with what do we do with the people who are doing the roles that no longer need to be done. That could be upskilling, it could be redeployment, it could be something completely different. But that issue is not only a workforce issue, that is a societal issue that we will have to deal with. And I think that's one of the big issues that we're all going to have to really think about over the next few years. I think the relationship between CHROs, CLOs, and the C-suite more broadly, as well as the boards of different companies and stakeholders, is going to have to become a lot more data capable. So we have a landscape of data that is growing. We have data that we can capture on nearly every aspect of the human condition, every aspect of the human experience, whether that is in work or whether that is outside work in our personal lives. And being able to talk the language of data, to be able to understand data concepts, to be able to leverage that data through analysis to produce insights that is valuable for a business and that can sustain a business's competitive advantage when it comes to being a market leader in something versus just being another business that uses something that's off the shelf. Being able to talk that language of data, being able to use that data is going to be a critical difference in the role between CHROs, CLOs, and the rest of the C-suite and the investor landscape over the next few years.